Now it is my distinct honor to welcome our next speaker. She is the first woman elected to represent the state of Minnesota in the United States Senate. The Washington Post calls her the most talented and effective politician most people have never heard of. Well, we all have heard of her. She is our senior senator, a tireless advocate for all of the people of Minnesota, and a great friend of Books for Africa. Please join me in welcoming our very own United States Senator, Amy Klobuchar.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Norm. I appreciate that, and it is just so great to be here. You guys should know that between Lane Ayers, where are you, Lane, who I used to work with in the county attorney's office, Shell, my dad, and everyone that's been involved in this, I've been asked to come here many, many times, and it never worked out with my schedule. But now that you've been around for 25 years, I guess you're here to stay. So it is just great to be here with the ambassadors of Tanzania and Ethiopia. The former First Lady of Tanzania is here. So many good people. I also know that one of my good friends, Jack Mason, who is no longer with us, was involved in this organization way back and worked with me at the first law firm I was at. And I also know that in his name, there's been a lot of work for Books for Africa. Sharon Sells Belton, my good friend, where are you, Sharon? Is here somewhere, right there. And Judge Davis, Mayor Kleiss, the council member. It is just truly great to be here with so many good friends, and it is mostly great to be out of Washington. So thank you. Thank you for that. It's been crazy. I thought it wasn't going to get any more crazy since last New Year's Eve, which I will never forget, There I was at midnight, the stroke of midnight, that magic romantic moment, and I look and I have Harry Reid to my left and Mitch McConnell to my right. It's like every girl's dream. And so it doesn't get much better than that. But in fact, now we are in the middle of what is a pretty serious budget battle. I'm hoping the good will triumph, the public will see through what's going on. And I'm already starting to see that happen. But it's very important for the work that you do, for international aid, for our position in the world, that we not pay our obligations to the rest of the world, and also that we not let the government shut down when a lot of people still need help. So we're working very hard not to do that. I was just looking at your statistics here. I have down 28 million books, but what did you say? It was 29 million? Okay, 29 million. See how quickly you add millions? You should come to Washington. Just the incredible work that you have done throughout Africa is just inspiring. And you know what? I'm sure it went from a very small thing with a couple of books and some boxes to this kind of organization. And you look at what's happened overall and how Books for Africa fits into our relationship with Africa, which is really one of the best that our country has. You go way back to the AIDS relief program started by President Bush, continued by President Obama. I think you know the miracles that are going on there with the Gates Foundation, Clinton Foundation. The rate of new HIV infections in Africa has declined 33% over the past decade. AIDS-related mortality down 32% since 2005. I always remember the story that Bill Clinton told once when I was at a dinner, and he talked about how after he was president, he went back to Africa and he saw a business that our aid had helped to create. And it was all these people that were employed in this town, and they were making clothing. And he bought one of those shirts that they had made, and he hung it in his closet. And he would look at it every day when he woke up in the morning, and he would see that shirt, and he would think, they don't hate us. They don't hate us. And I think if we had more of that approach to how we deal with the rest of the world, which we've seen so much in our work with Africa, I think we'd be in a much better place. Look at what it's meant for commerce. Total two-way commerce last year between our country and sub-Saharan Africa has reached $72 billion last year. representing a 177% increase in imports from Africa, so it's going both ways, and a 273% increase in U.S. exports since 2002. And I know that is not what you're thinking when you do these great things and give these books away, but I can tell you right now, it makes a difference in how we work with the rest of the world and how we make friends. And I don't think there is any better export than education. It pays extraordinary dividends. You think of the books that we all grew up with. As I was sitting here, I was thinking of the books because people I was sitting with here, one of the moms had her child had my mom as a second grade teacher. And my mom loved reading these books. And when she died, I was able to get all those old books that she used in her kindergarten class and then her second grade class, you know. The Blueberries for Sal and Go Dog Go and all those Lois Lenski books on spring and summer. And to be able to pass those on to another country means so much. I think you know the work you're doing is making a difference. The literacy rate in sub-Saharan Africa has grown from 53 to 63% for adults and from 66 to 72% for youth since 1990. That is making a difference. That's your 25 years. That's your 25 years. You have given these kids hope. And I think you also know that for so many of them, they will never meet you. They will never know these people from Minneapolis and St. Paul and Bloomington and St. Cloud that have helped them. And I'll just end with this story because I've been thinking of my daughter a lot because she just started college, her first year. And this happened, yeah. I won't go into it. I used to laugh at these parents that would like put everything on hold when their kid called from college, and now I've been like sleeping with the phone next to my bed in case she calls. But anyway, this happened when she was 4 years old, and she was in the church play, and she was to play the angel, and we were there for that nativity play at the rehearsal, and we were sitting in the pews, and she wouldn't go out for the rehearsal. And she's sitting in there in this big angel costume with these huge wings. And I said, why won't you go out there? It's your time to go out there. And she says, I want to be the donkey. And there I look, and these two teenage boys are in this donkey costume. And I said, no, Timmy and Joey are the donkey, and you can't have that part. She said, well, I want to be Mary. And I said, you are too young to be Mary. This other girl is Mary. And I said, I don't get it. You have the best part in the whole play. You get to come out at the end and spread your wings. And she looked way up to the top of the church, and she said, Mom, I don't know how to tell them I can't fly. And I looked at her that day, and I said, you know what, Abigail? Not all angels fly. And that is what I would say to all of you. You have been the angels to all these children that you will never meet. You have given them those wings to fly. Thank you, Books for Africa.